Could Jarrett Allen be headed to the Los Angeles Lakers? Allen's name coming up in an article by Shams Charania this past week in the NBA Summer League update column, as the big man for the Cavaliers' name has been floating around for a couple months and is now linked to the Los Angeles Lakers. Hey everybody, Billy BB back with you on Cavs Digest. Real quick before we get this thing going, make sure you subscribe to the channel. News like this comes your way right away when you subscribe. We're racking up a ton of updates right now in the Summer League. It's kind of crazy because the Cavaliers haven't signed a single free agent along with the Los Angeles Lakers, and yet there's so much news with them going on. Why didn't Donovan Mitchell make the USA team? Find out about the new rookie Jalen Tyson, and can the Cavaliers repeat as Summer League champions? All that comes when you subscribe to Cavs Digest, so hit that right now. But today we are discussing and talking all about the big man Jarrett Allen for the Cleveland Cavaliers. His name has been in trade rumors since before Mitchell signed an extension, before Bickerstaff got fired, really since that injury in the playoffs, how big he is for the Cavs, and yet he was not there when they needed him most in the playoffs with that rib injury. He couldn't play through it. He didn't end up playing against Boston, but the Cavs decided they are keeping him for now. Kenny Atkinson listed him as a part of the core four, said he has big plans for him in a Kevon Looney, Draymond Green style play. It's him and Evan Mobley, so that was extremely interesting, and Allen's done very well for the Cavaliers. His stats are very good, especially over the past year or two, and here's the report we're talking about from Shams Charania of The Athletic. Under the new Jalen Brunson contract he was discussing, he then put some Summer League notes discussing Jarrett Allen as a possible trade opportunity. Contract he liked. He's good at rebounding. He's good at scoring. He played enough that you would like him. And then he lists the teams: New Orleans, Sacramento, the Lakers, Phoenix, San Antonio, Atlanta, and Memphis. They like that kind of stretch 4 and 3-and-D wing to trade with the Cavaliers to get their hands on Allen. And then, of course, New Orleans has kind of been a big name from the beginning. I know it's been discussed in the Brandon Ingram situation on if they can get Allen to go along with that. This is Allen's stats from last year. Just terrific. 16.5 points, 10.5 rebounds. Can dish the ball a little bit. Just electric on defense. He's been one of the main reasons the Cavaliers have been so good on defense. And again, looking at this report, those teams listed by Shams: Lakers, Phoenix, San Antonio, New Orleans, Sacramento. What do the Cavaliers need? 3-and-D wing help. That's been discussed. For New Orleans, that is Brandon Ingram most likely, maybe a couple younger guys if the Cavs want to fill out that way. However, I think they want Brandon Ingram in that trade. For the Lakers, nobody. This is a real problem in the NBA right now with the Lakers. They're attached to every star, every name that can make a difference, everybody that you see as a possible opportunity for them to get better. However, when you break it down and say, okay, well, who would they give up? Who would the other team want? You can't really explain it too well. It's just not really an option when you're talking about guys like Jarrett Allen. Trae Young was discussed. Darius Garland. When I heard the Lakers were interested in Darius Garland, I thought immediately, there's nobody on the Lakers I want. There's nobody. They're not going to give up LeBron James, and they're not going to give up Anthony Davis, and I'm not interested in the rest of the players they have. Jarrett Allen is a hot name in the NBA trade community. Like we said, a big with the Brandon Ingram trade, right, to swap for Ingram and maybe a young guy or two. But to the Lakers, come on. What are we talking about here? What guys are the Lakers going to give up? D'Angelo Russell and currently, I believe, unsigned Jared Vanderbilt, or maybe Jared Vanderbilt with another year left on his contract. Is that what we're supposed to want? They're not giving up Reeves, James, or Davis, and I'm not sure I'm interested in anybody else because of how well Jarrett Allen has played for the Cavaliers since they acquired him from Brooklyn. They've got him under contract. It's not too difficult of a contract to take on and deal with. It fits even when the Cavs are about to pay Mobley, had paid Donovan Mitchell, had paid Strus, Niang, and Darius Garland already. Jarrett Allen fits perfectly, and the Cavs haven't been able to see what that group is going to play together like. They need more time, and I think they're going to give it one last shot. So, again, despite this report from Shams, I don't see it happening. Looking at those other teams, I don't want anything San Antonio has. Phoenix, they just need bodies. They really made some mistakes trading. They're down to about nothing. Atlanta, these are teams that would love to have Jared Allen, but can they get him? I don't think so. Terrific rebounder, stretches the floor. The complaint and the note from so many people, including Shams in this article, is, well, he doesn't pair with Evan Mobley well, and I just think that the excuse is out the window. I think Kenny Atkinson is excited to use those two players, and I think in the past, J.B. Bickerstaff was completely fine utilizing both those guys. So a Jared Allen trade, we'll keep our eyes on that. Drop in the comments. Is there anybody on the Lakers you would want to trade Jared Allen for? Is there anybody on the Kings, the Grizzlies, the Pelicans, the Phoenix Suns? I know you can go back and watch that Brandon Ingram video we did, but there's nobody on those teams that I'm trading Jared Allen for until we at least see one more ride in the playoffs, see his health, see how he's feeling. It's just so hard for me to picture these teams believing they can actually come up with enough to get the Cavaliers to give up Jared Allen. But if you have a trade idea, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to discuss it on another video coming up. I think that'd be really fun to discuss. However, we do have more to discuss from The Athletic, breaking down both Shams' notes there about Jared Allen. A little note from the power rankings. The Cavaliers were listed at 15th currently. This is a Summer League power rankings update. Cavaliers listed as 15th. They were under the category playoffs. That's it. That's all they were listed as. Not a contender, not an up-and-comer. They were just listed as a playoff team. Look, this is something we're going to have to discuss more of soon, but all they've done this offseason technically is add Jalen Tyson. They have yet to sign a free agent. They expect Ty Jerome to be back from injury, so that'll be huge for them in the backup point guard role. I still think they need to decide what they want with the backup center. Subtractions, it says none, but they don't quite have... I don't believe they have Tristan Thompson back yet under contract, so don't really have a backup center. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the note that Evan Mobley is the backup center and they can just go Allen, Mobley, just Allen. I think you need a backup center, a guy to play those minutes. I think you saw that in the playoffs as Marcus Morris and Tristan Thompson played huge minutes at the 4 or the 5. And then the question of did they get better? They replaced with Kenny Atkinson, of course. I think that was a note of a subtraction. J.B. Bickerstaff is technically a subtraction. Look, Mitchell's their big signing right now, and when they re-sign Evan Mobley, that's going to be huge for them. They're not moving Darius Garland. Again, this is a little bit of that situation where the national media not quite keeping up with the Cavaliers. So, tough to see that they're just a playoff team. I think they're in that second group. They're a top 8 team. They were in the Eastern Conference semifinals. They were one of 8 teams remaining in the NBA playoffs. That's how I see them. I don't see them as 15th in the league. I think they're a little bit higher, and I don't see them as just a playoff team. But at this point in time, they have added no free agents. They've just paid their guys and gotten a new head coach, and we're going to see how that works out for them. Drop below in the comments to let us know what you think about a possible Jared Allen trade. Should the Cavs just hang on to him? If they do trade him to one of the teams listed, who are they getting back for him? Is it enough? And more. Make sure you stay tuned with Cavs Digest right here when more news breaks and anything occurs with the Cleveland Cavaliers.